Many workers put in a lot of overtime to maintain Parker Schnabel's mining company in the Yukon, but fans are curious about the compensation Parker staff receives for risking their lives and limbs during operations pay dirt. Employees in the harsh Klondike work around $500,000 a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Parker's dangerous venture. Join us on this enjoyable journey as we examine in detail how much the Schnabel Group contributes to Gold Ride, a popular Discovery Channel program that highlights the importance of young miners. Every week, millions of people witness mogul Parker Schnabel's courageous quest to extract gold from the unforgiving Klondike Desert. Fans follow Parker's lead in each significant mining milestone, but they are unaware of the risks and sacrifices his entire workforce makes on a daily basis. After months of research, Parker was quite transparent on social media about what his dedicated team gets to take home. His candor was a wonderful gift for everyone curious about how much these average workers on his wage make. Although paying by the hour may seem like a cool job, Parker claims that the new hires on his Yukon mine crew work 5 hours a week for weeks during the brief summer mining season based on physical and mental exhaustion. Parker estimates that the new hires make approximately CAD 65,000 over 25 weeks, or roughly 6 months, because of the harsh Yukon winter that stops digging when taxes and living expenses at the camp are deducted. The new hires' take-home pay approaches CAD 40,000. Parker also mentioned that as the short season gets older and the days become shorter, shift changes start at 8 a.m. and end at 7 p.m. Teams perform 12-hour shifts that are quite rigorously scheduled, starting at 7 a.m. and ending at 7 p.m. when the summer sun in Alaska permits it. Although the initial wage may not seem like much for the amount of work that is needed, Parker provides his best employees some substantial bonuses. The mine's massive fleet of rock trucks is one of Schnabel's most valuable assets, and the machine workers in charge of them can earn more than $40,000 in Canadian dollars annually. These experienced miners operate massive Caterpillar trucks that can transport up to 50 tons of ore from the fields to the wash plant. Their tireless efforts are essential to surpassing Parker's high goal of 4,000 of gold, $6 million per season. Despite the fact that it is physically taxing and time-consuming, fans are now more aware of Parker's crew income, but it's crucial to keep in mind that the figures he provided are medians and averages rather than precise sums. Pay for entry-level positions varies based on experience. Bonuses are withheld and amounts may be given in Canadian dollars rather than US dollars, as we've already discussed. Schnabel's new crew members work 75-hour work weeks during their first season in just 5 days, which is more than twice as many hours as a typical 40-hour office job. When mine is busy and there is plenty of daylight, those long shifts last from 7 a.m. until just before midnight every season. Millions of dollars are at stake, and sitting idle cuts into profits excessively. Speaking of the boss, let's see how much Parker Schnabel makes when discussing Parker Schnabel's financial journey. His early years at Big Nugget, his grandfather's mining company, are fascinating to read about. He showed an amazing talent for heavy machinery and equipment operation even before he reached pedal height. The question is, did he start making the significant income at such a young age? And how has his net worth changed over time? He was born in Hanses, Alaska on July 22, 1994. Parker Schnabel began his career in the mining business in his grandfather's company, where he gained experience and finally accumulated a $15 million fortune. His endeavors in reality television and his diligent labor in gold searching and mining have greatly contributed to this remarkable figure. The crucial question, what's left? How much money does he make? In contrast, Parker's reality TV earnings are noteworthy with compensation per episode ranging from $10,000 to $25,000 since Jack Hoffman, a fellow cast member, makes about $10,000 per episode. Parker's yearly revenue from Gold Rush is projected to be more than $1 million. But this brings up an important point. After making appearances in 330 episodes of Gold Rush by 2023, Parker Schnabel left his family mine in Season 4 and extracted an incredible 28 kilograms/60 elves of gold in a year. He also produced and participated in spin-offs like Gold Rush, The Dirt, and Gold Rush. How does his income from gold discoveries affect his overall wealth? Parker's trail strengthened his financial position even more. At the age of 24, he possessed gold valued at over $16 million, surpassing the glamorous figure. It's important to take into account the costs and salaries related to his mining ventures, although the precise amount of his share is still unknown. Making assumptions based on his significant outlays provides context. Parker Schnabel's collection of cars is a testament to his love for finer things. In addition to his mining pursuits, it includes modern marvels like the Ford F-150 Raptor and Chevrolet Corvette Stinger, as well as vintage classics like a 1967 Ford Mustang GT500 and a 1970 Chevrolet C10 pickup truck. As a successful entrepreneur, Schnabel founded a mining company, created a line of gold mining equipment, and wrote 2 books that shared insights into his experiences as a gold miner. Parker Schnabel's Gold Rush Alaska and Gold Rush: My Story. These books demonstrate Schnabel's diverse approach to wealth creation. Park Laborschen Company. Beyond the glamour of reality TV, Allman's work demonstrates what can happen next. Since Schnabel is so transparent about it, the most crucial aspect is if the potential employees can put up with the long hours, tired feet, and tedious work required to find gold specks and stuff pockets full of cash. With that said, let's look at some of Parker's exciting discoveries with days remaining in his season. Parker, 27, claims to have mined nearly 7,000 ounces of gold valued at $12.8 million. He said packing as much gold into the box as soon as possible and generating as much revenue as possible to finance it. Second procedure: the following year, before the Yukon winter freezes them out, Parker needed to gather nearly 350 oz of gold to surpass his record. Parker depended on Tyson Lee, the factory manager, and Mitch Blaschke, the top technician and informant, who verified that they had spent more than the previous year. He had already spent $5.4 million traveling to the bottom of Mud Mountain and hadn't broken even, but he was on a roll if enough money was available. Parker stated that he may win large. Parker pointed out that since the remaining drilling was the best hope, persisted operator Damon Brown and Mitch were prepared to extract the final gold pay dirt rich in light of their inventory before they began. Damon mentioned that Mud Mountain had 1 hopper, so Mitch indicated they needed to make the final road payment to Big Red and draw the dewatering pump to complete the cut. Mitch suggested closing the factory and complimented Damon's work when they closed down Big Red at Mud Mountain for good. Mitch gave joy a whooping. Mitch said they would find out how much gold they could get once Chris finished the last cleanup. Hours after the slow ceased, Parker informed his players that they would receive little gold in a season with a lot of expenses. Parker asked what they intended to do to resolve the issue. Parker attempted to reach the 7,500 ounce mark from last year with another quick score before winter. Parker emphasized to them that even though Mitch destroyed the road at the airfield in Zone 3, they continued to believe that the area below was fine and that there was still hope. Earlier in the season, Mitch's rise mining the area beneath the airfield road for 281 15 ounces paid off. Parker stated that, in order to begin setting things up, he will move a wash plant to that section of the road next to the river. Mitch may initiate it and get his team ready. Parker joked that since there was so much gold he would clean it again, and Mitch agreed. Parker $5 million gold haul when a team member unintentionally destroy a large red pipeline. The system sustained significant damage when Nona called for help. The dozer had grabbed the pipeline, ripped it in two, and destroyed the wash facility, discharging everything from it. When it removed this pipe, a 90-door manifold connected the pump pipeline to the plant. A 90-door manifold connected the bypass and wash. At the time, this was thought to be the worst scenario. Plant manifold this bypass this sent plant water to the pre-wash water source for plants was harmed. Mitch had to unplug the water flow bypass, removed the manifold hoses, and rejoined them to the plant. This shoddy fix might boost water pressure and remove gold from the shaft. Following the cutting of the broken section, Mitch bent a flexible hose from the water supplied to the wash plant, and they claimed to have fuzzed the pipe back together like magic in order to reach their waterline without a bypass. Mitch confirmed that they would require a flat 8-in section. After 4 hours, Mitch continued using the pump to generate water pressure. $30,000 and gold gone. They went back to pay dirt. Parker believed that Big Red's pipeline calamity was not new, and that Nona was severely punishing herself for being its cause. Parker was in his Delevan dozer to attend to a more pressing issue, but he raced to retrieve all the gold from Big Red before winter shut him down. The staff turned off the pump again due to another issue, which was a dirt-filled plant described from the distribution box where water and pay dirt were uniformly distributed throughout 4S lines. Justin overloaded the facility to boost output, obstructing the distribution box and backing up Big Red. Parker explained that it was difficult because they were behind on gold and wanted to get it out of the ground, but if they didn't undertake reclamation, they would have a future. Parker needed 420 ounces of gold per week from his wash plants to keep up with pace. When the season ended, Parker invested nearly $5 million in Mud Mountain and needed $900,000 to benefit from the cut. Parker was on the verge of breaking last year's 7,504-ounce mark. The next weight produced 36,800, which might be the best gold in the series. Finding out, Tyson Lee, manager of the Lucifer factory and foreman Mitch Bloss, was present for the season's first double gold weigh. Parker told Ken that the team did a great job on the large red. Parker mentioned that Tyson stepped up and that it was exciting as this was their first time cleaning on Ken's land. Parker remarked that Brennan and Mitch typically collaborate well. Ken claimed that he had not seen gold in 40 years. Parker started the week 900 below the total from the previous season. Both plants needed to average 235 to catch up. Parker ordered someone to yell numbers and proceeded to pour out gold, weighing the first batch, which weighed 28 on 75, and the second batch, which came from Big Red, weighed 263.8 and was valued at almost $475,000. Parker said, "Thanks for watching. While you're still here, Big Red has got him back up to speed. For more incredible videos, be sure to click the video on your screen. Thank you."